Hello, YTPC family. As always, I hope everybody is doing amazing. I hope you're happy, healthy, feeling good. I've got a little GLP's quiet nights. I used to work in the corporate world, and I used to drive downtown every day. And I do not know how anybody does the commuting thing. The stop and go traffic seems like 3 times as many people on the road and 10 times as many people not paying attention because they're on their phone and not paying attention. And what should have been, as the crow flies, a 35-minute drive took about almost an hour. So I do not envy the folks that still have to commute 30, 45 minutes. I don't know how they do it. But went to Truist Stadium today where the Braves play. I've been there many, many times. And CyberCon was held today. Very good turnout. Lots of school districts in the state of Georgia showed up. A lot of old friends, got to reconnect with folks. So that was really cool. And one of the guys that helped us through a breach of our network that we went through in 2023 by some not so friendly Russian actors, he was there. In fact, we're doing a pen test or a penetration test now, about a 12-week project with him now, where essentially he tries to breach our network and find every nook and cranny, hole that he can find, and we fixed those things. And he did an amazing Agentic AI presentation today. And one of those was something called Open Claw that you can use to grow your social media exponentially. It does a lot of the work for you. You still create the content, but it uses it to provide it to the world of YouTube. Does a lot of amazing things. It sounds like it could really make a YouTube channel explode. Sorry, we've got like crazy gnats here. Georgia weather. Like I've said, it's 31 day. The next week it's 60. This week it's high 70s and 80s. And apparently we're getting a cold spell coming up again. So I may be out here in a pullover and a stocking cap next week. There was a pretty cool little short that the Shepherd Piper did today, where he unboxed his Peterson Sherlock Holmes Baker Street pipe. That thing is that pipe looks awesome. And he's going to do a video, he said, trying out a new blend of Sherlock Holmes tobacco in it. So that'll be pretty cool to look forward to and see. Still looking forward to the pipes that I've got from Tortuga Estate Pipes. And man, just can't wait to look at those things up close and see what they look like, do a video on those. And by then, the tobaccos that I have ordered from smokingpipes.com should be here. So that'll be exciting. I wish I knew who the maker of this pipe was. from my dad's collection. I still cannot find anything I have, short of using a microscope, unless it's that deep into the green and I can't see it. This thing is such a great smoking pipe. It's just smooth. It's easy to smoke. Um, Multiple tobaccos. I have never had an issue with it. So had a long commute into the conference today with my boss, who is set to retire in May. And it's interesting to get his take on 30 and a half years of dedication to our district and what he's going to do. I think about, I call him OMC now, Old Man Copper. I hope he doesn't mind when he talks about retirement and things you're going to do and that kind of stuff. And my boss is like, yeah, I've thought about some things, because we talk about how we, as our generation, and I'm sure you can all relate, we grew up around men who showed us how to be good men, hard workers, good husbands, true to our faith, and that kind of stuff. And I really feel like this younger generation isn't getting that at all. And I have found it a blessing to be around a lot of the facilities guys who are I mean, they're definitely expert masons, electricians, welders, tile workers, and stuff like that. And it's been really cool to be around those guys, because we always talk about how when you're hungry for that knowledge, you're reaching out for it. You're asking that expert, hey, how can I weld? Teach me how to weld. So when that metal breaks, I know how to TIG or MIG weld it, whatever, and do it the right way. And we find now, when we try to find technology people, network engineers, systems engineers, and I talk to these people that work in our industry, and we tell them how we had 106 applicants for systems engineer jobs, and out of the 106, we narrowed it down to 6 and did 10-minute kind of quick question interviews just to see how much knowledge that they had. And they all say, wow, you found 3 out of 106. How did you do it? So that's the struggle bus that we are on as a technology group, finding good, solid engineers, but also back to that thought of how, as I grew up around people who taught me how to do things, who taught me how to be hungry for knowledge. And I wish today's youth had that hunger, because we talk about how the trades field, HVAC, electrical, carpentry, and all those kind of stuff, the general contractors that we use to build our huge schools and everything else, they struggle for finding those people. But it's my understanding that the 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds of this generation are reaching out to and trying to learn the trades now. Because as I learn about more and more about AI and what it's doing and the jobs it may replace, you can't replace somebody that can run electrical wiring and wire a house. The gentleman that used to live here when I first moved in, Mr. Earl, awesome guy. and he was an electrician by trade. When he had that house built, he wired that entire house. And when they built the house that I live in, he wired the entire downstairs. And he was a contract guy, licensed, insured, all that good stuff. So he did a great job. And I would sit on his porch. He was 91 years old. A lot of good knowledge. I mean, I could sit on a porch with people like that and just listen to them all day long. I don't need an iPad and an iPhone or anything like that. You give me something like that every day, I'd take it 100% of the time. But it's the world we live in at this point. I really wonder what this younger generation is growing up and learning, because I ask, luckily my youngest nephew, he's a sponge. He learns a lot of good stuff. He's hungry for knowledge. I talk to other nephews and nieces. They're not learning the things in school that we learned about the true story around history and why we as a nation did the things that we did, why we helped out this country and that country. But we have to do what we can. And I'm grateful for the things that I get to do every day. I thank the Lord every time I get up. I always say, thank you for letting me have this day where I can get up and rise and shine. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm doing good. I'm surrounded by great people. I hope you are too. I hope you find these videos informative, humorous at times, and something that you can sit with your pipe, your tobacco, relax, and listen to. And in my case, you can sit here and watch me swat these little critters buzzing around me. But I'm excited for some future videos with the pipes, the new tobaccos, and I always look forward to all the content that you all are posting. I think our YTPC community is important, and I appreciate everybody that's part of it, that likes and subscribes to my videos, comments, whatever, and we all stay connected. Maybe at some point we can have a YTPC conference ourselves somewhere where we can all sit together and shake hands and talk about our pipes, our tobaccos, and what's going on. I hope everybody has had a good week so far. And we'll catch up online. And I look forward to hearing from everybody. And as I always say, and please be great.